So when people stop you, they stop a cab, they want to board a cab and they just stop and they discover you're female, what's the reaction?
Well, I've had days when they stop me and they're like, yeah, girl, you're riding taxi. I'm entering. I'm not even talking about the price. Let's go. I get that reaction a lot. And a few times I've gotten this reaction of taxi. And then I stop and she's like, no, I'm not going. And I'm like, why? She's like, don't worry, I'm not going. When people stop me, I get more encouragement than discouragement. They're surprised. And then in most cases, you hear keep the change a lot. So yeah, there has been pros.
That's good for business.
Oh, very good for business. I like that sentence, keep the change.
The whole taxi driving thing is a male-dominated field and all that. So what motivated you to take up the career as a taxi driver?
Well, like everybody knows, I did not plan on being a taxi driver before I went to the university. I used to work in a hotel and I was there for like 3 years. There was nothing new anymore. There was no challenge, no new challenge. And then the salary was stagnant. And then my boss called me up in August and he says he's reducing the salary by 10,000. And I'm like, wow. Dude, are you kidding me? I've been waiting for you to increase it and now you're reducing it. So I think that before then, I've been thinking, what business? I had 3 business ideas. Okay. And I was raised from a Christian home, so I was taught to pray and pray and pray. So I prayed about the 3. And then I was just leaning more towards this one. I don't know. Call it divine guidance, Holy Spirit, but yeah.
How about your friends from school? Some have jobs in offices and all that. They get to hear that you're driving a taxi. What's your reaction?
Most of them did not know before now. My close friends knew. One of them even was so excited. She said, don't worry, you'll marry from this job. If you go and pick one guy from the airport one day and it's your Mr. Right. That's how my close friends took it. But then when all this internet hype started, most of them now found out.
You told your parents you wanted to take off taxi driving. Mm-hmm. What was their reaction?
My dad, my closest confidant. I called him up and I'm like, I have this business idea, blah, blah, blah. And I told him the 3 and he's like, okay. And I told him, okay, this is the one I've chosen. He's like, okay. I'm like, okay, so there's no money to buy a car. How do we do it? I told my dad, okay, this friend is going to partner with me, so we don't have a problem. And then I told him, so when we buy the car, and then I'll resign. So he now said, resign. It was over the phone. And he's like, resign, I don't get. I said, now so that I'll be driving. He's like, oh, you want to drive it? I'm like, yes. And then he goes, ASAKPA. That's ASAKPA's daughter in my language. Oh. Like he was hailing me, like my daughter. Yeah. And in the end, when my friend, was not able to partner with me again, my father actually went out, got a loan, and got me the car.
Wow.
Yes. So he was supportive from the day one, and then that's all that mattered to me, basically. One of the lows is when you drive around for 2 hours and nobody even stops you to say, I'm going this way. You just ask yourself, did I choose the wrong line of business? But then the highs are when you're carrying this one, you're dropping, another person is saying, I'm going here. Or you get like 3 or 4 airport runs in a day. I'm excited, super excited. So those are my highs. And then lows, when they don't allow me enter some places because I'm painted green. I get angry.
That's official. Your taxi is supposed to be painted.
According to the law. Maybe I read the law wrong or I heard it wrong. I lose customers. Most customers that stop me on the road for the first time and they are impressed and they want to patronize me another time. They just say, painted taxis are not allowed into my office, or something like, painted taxis are not allowed to my estates. It's not encouraging at all. So those times I feel like I've taken some precautionary measures here. I don't work at night. I close 5-ish, 6-ish. Any customer I cannot carry, I did not see from morning till 5 or 6. A customer is not for me. That's how I've told myself.
Have you been asked out?
Asked out? No. None of my customers. Let me try and remember. None. Yes, none.
Can you marry a taxi driver?
If he's educated, why not? I like education. a lot. If a guy can speak English, clean English, and he's good looking, and he knows how to dress, okay, God-fearing too, but I'm just saying these other 3 things. If he has these other 3 things, I will ask him out by myself.
Are you serious?
Yes. So, I'm an accountant, so I'm planning to get chartered. I see myself being a lecturer in the long run.
Wow.
Yes, so that's why we still need the education to cushion whatever it is we're doing right now. Yeah. When I started this business, I didn't plan on growing it. Honestly, I was even still carrying my CV in my car somewhere. But I sat down. When I started 1 month, 2 months, I was okay with it, but people around me were not okay with it. Even my father that was supportive. Somewhere at the back of his mind, he still hopes I get an office job, So I think all of them, all their talk go in my head. So my brain was confused at some point. Before all this internet hype, I just told myself, what do I really want? Do I want to continue in this? Do I want to get a job? And I went, as usual, to God and prayed and asked, which one should I do? Because I'm confused. I like this one. I want to do this one. But people around me seem to think I'm crazy. So am I? So I think I got my answer, which is expand this.
What word of encouragement do you have for young girls?
I would say they should dare to be positively different. Most of us are scared of being different. That's never been my challenge. So some of these young girls out there, they have these ideas. I'm very sure I'm not the first girl that's thought of driving a car as a taxi driver. But I'm probably the only graduate that's come out to do it. So be original.
How do you dress? Do you dress to kill in quotes?
No, I just try to dress presentable and make sure I don't smell to kill my customer.
You don't smell to kill, right?
Yes.
Right? So, how about the charges? Your charge? How do you charge? Do you charge higher or lower than every other person on the road?
That one is my customer that will answer, but I don't think I charge higher. I charge with the knowledge of how I used to be, how I used to pay when I didn't have a car. Yeah. So